So first chapter is pharmaceutical legislation in India. So you note down some important questions which may come as broad question or short questions also. So first actually you note down the short question, that is define pharmaceutical legislation and what is the purpose of pharmaceutical legislation. So it will come in 2 marks question. It may come into it is important. Second question you note down. Give brief note on origin of pharmaceutical legislation in India. So here you have to uh, point out about the history of pharmaceutical legislation, how it is formed in India for the first time and how it evolved with time. So mainly you can also um, give some idea about different acts which are implemented in different years, and about you have to write about the drug inquiry committee which is formed um, in India and how it is formed. So that will come in broad question type. And another important, very very important question, that is, it may come in 5 marks. Discuss the recommendations of drug inquiry committee. Means drug inquiry committee, what they submitted about the comprehension report and what are the main recommendations they made. So you note down the question, that what are the recommendations of drug inquiry committee, or discuss the recommendations of drug inquiry committee. After that, another question is there, what is the scope and objectives of pharmaceuticals legislation in India? So here mainly you see the main object of this act is to regulate the import, manufacture, distribution and sale of drug and cosmetics. So they will ask you this question in short question type also, or in uh, 5 marks questions also. So here you have to give a brief note about different pharmaceutical act, drug and cosmetic or drug and magic remedies, uh, when those are implemented, about the medicinal and toilet preparation, about the narcotic drug and psychotropic substances. And from last actually you see the points they have given, that there are different acts and when those are implemented. So those will come in short question mainly. Okay, so note down again the important points in pharmaceuticals legislation. So mainly you have to know that what is meant by pharmaceutical legislation with the purpose, and in origin again I am telling that we have to write the brief history of the evaluation, how the pharmaceuticals legislation in India came into existence, and with some idea about the drug inquiry committee. Um, we have to write here the date, with under the chairmanship of Lieutenant Colonel R.N. Chopra. And apart from that, we have to give the points about different acts which are implemented, which was implemented earlier. And mainly we have to discuss about the brief note, that what are the recommendations of drug inquiry committee, with scopes and objectives, and we can discuss about the scopes and objectives, or you can learn as what is the scope or objectives of pharmaceutical legislation in India, or give a brief note on objective and scopes of the pharmaceutical legislation in India. And apart from that, there are some list out points which are very important for short question that which actor implemented in which year. We will come to chapter 3, that is pharmaceutical ethics. So we will see about the important questions. So in short question, it is very important that what is the difference between law and ethics. Okay, so what is the difference between law and ethics? And from broad question, that is 5 marks question, one question may come that give brief note on pharmaceutical code of ethics. So that is important for 5 marks question. And for broad question, that is in final also, for final also, it is important. It may come in 10 marks in sessional also, and 7 marks for final also. That what is the role of pharmacist? What is the role of pharmacist? That roles, what are the roles and responsibilities? Give a brief note, or it may come as give a brief note on the responsibilities and role of pharmacist. So here you have to point out the role of pharmacist in different areas. That is pharmacist in relation to job, and then you can see here pharmacist in relation to the trade there, and pharmacist in relation to medical profession, pharmacist in relation to his profession. So here remember from this broad question, some 5 marks question may occur also. Suppose they may ask you from that what are the role of pharmacist in relation to his job. They may ask you for 5 marks question. Or they may ask you what is the role of pharmacist in relation to his trade. Or they may ask you that what is the role of pharmacist in related to his profession. Or what is the role of pharmacist in relation to medical profession. Okay, so it may come in 10 marks in sessional, or in 7, or as 7 marks in final. And if 5 marks is there, then they may ask you these subtitles questions. So mark those things. So you should be thorough about these short questions and brief notes. Although I have discussed different times or various times in classes about these chapters, then also as you people are interested about the questions actually, that how the questions may come. So I am telling again, just note down. So I have discussed in brief also previously this pharmaceutical ethics, about the pharmaceutical ethics. So in short question, very important thing is I have already told you what is the difference between ethics and law. So and give brief note on code of ethics. The code of ethics is very important for pharmacists. So pharmaceutical code of ethics, and what are the roles and responsibilities of pharmacists. So they have discussed, if you go through any book, they have discussed about different kinds of role of pharmacist. So briefly, if 10 marks, for 10 marks it's coming, then you have to write everything with a brief point outs, but in details, suppose some subtitle details may come for 5 marks. So you just note down all those things separately. That is, suppose it may come that what is the role of pharmacist in relation to his job, like that the questions may come. Well, I have discussed this in previous slides or videos, you can say, previously, so you can see all those things. Okay.